Football is back. At SK Newsline and the Voice of the Caribbean Radio are bringing live coverage with Premier League Live. Watch and listen to live football coverage on Saturdays at 7 p.m., Sundays at 6 p.m., and midweek games on Mondays or Fridays at 8 p.m. Games will be broadcast on SK Newsline and the SKNFA Facebook pages and Voice of the Caribbean Radio at voiceofthecaribbean.net. It's Premier League Live. Commentary, analysis, action. Never miss a game. Football is back. At SK Newsline and the Voice of the Caribbean Radio are bringing live coverage with Premier League Live. Watch and listen to live football coverage on Saturdays at 7 p.m., Sundays at 6 p.m., and midweek games on Mondays or Fridays at 8 p.m. Games will be broadcast on SK Newsline and the SKNFA Facebook pages and Voice of the Caribbean Radio at voiceofthecaribbean.net. It's Premier League Live. Commentary, analysis, action. Never miss a game.
The entire month of November, Smart Electronics is having the biggest sale on island. 3-in-1. Yes, 3 sales in 1 month. From the 1st to the 26th. And on the 27th is their massive store-wide Black Friday sale. And don't forget, on the 30th is Cyber Monday. You get to take advantage of all. And when I say all, I mean all gadgets and electronics store-wide, including cell phones, tablets, smart TVs, laptops, refrigerators, washing machines, and much more. Don't you miss out on the biggest sale on island. 3-in-1 sale for the entire month of November. Terms and conditions apply. Smart Electronics, where to live a smart life.
Skillex Interactive Voice Response System, a new 24-hour automated call-in service. Access it now at 465-2000 to report faults, receive bill balances, and for the first time ever, you can now make bill payments over the phone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Access it now by calling 465-2000.
It's the new and improved SK Newsline Android mobile app. With the SK Newsline app, you can watch your news reports, the SK Newsline newscast, sports, special features, and so much more. You can also send us a WhatsApp or call us directly. Go in the Google Play Store, search SK Newsline and download the app today. The SK Newsline mobile app. News on the go.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is a big match, a deciding match. Newtown, Esquave Newtown United versus St. Peter's. Whistle goes. Blues versus Red. Blues of St. Peter's kicking from north to south, and the Red of Newtown kicking from south to north. Both teams are almost in a bubble, and they don't want their bubble to burst. Both of them are on 29 points, trying their utmost best to get to a safety zone to get into the top 6. A winner tonight could feel safe, as I'm joined by Essett and Watts.
Yes, a very important game, very relevant game. So both teams will be looking for points.
Here's Newtown with the first chance, snuffed out by the St. Peter's defense. Up to Simmons. Simmons back to James. Simmons losing out to Mitchum. Mitchum trying a long one. James just blocking it. Gum, sorry. Then he goes big downfield, searching for Simmons. Simmons trying to cradle, knocks it back to Govire. Throwing to Newtown. Newtown donates it back to St. Peter's. You're saying what?
Yes, very, very, very important game, very relevant game. Both teams looking for points. Both teams looking to get into the final 6. Newtown is on a very good run, 3 consecutive games. So they'll be looking to continue their good run and really to get to the final 4 and looking to emulate the success that they would have had in the early part of the Premier League. Newtown, as I've been saying, one of the most successful, arguably the most successful team in football in St. Kitts, in top flight football that is. And they're looking to recover those good old glory days, roll back those good times.
I don't think there's much argument in it, Watts. The stats would show that over the last 50 years or so, they've won 16 championships. No other team has come close.
I remember saying that. And
Village,
Village very close. And
with about 8. The others are 3 and 4 and 5. But there certainly was a period in history which you can't erase where Newtown dominated football for long spells. It was almost a foregone conclusion, especially during the league phases. Newtown were run-out winners on many occasions. And this is why it's so difficult to think of Newtown without, a final 4 or 6 without Newtown in it. The fans could hardly accept it. Here they are trying to break out of a defensive posture, trying to break through with Ponting. Ponting on the right side. Can he get in the box? No. Warrington is the better of him on that occasion. Warrington finds Philip. Sorry, Warrington finds Taekwon Tyrrell. Tyrrell goes downfield trying to find Simmons. A tough ball. Ariel couldn't take control of it. So Newtown takes over. Kim, one of the Browns. Keynes. Batiste. Back to Brown. That's Kim 1, Kev 1, Lake making a mess of it, but finally gets it from his feet and sends it to the right side. Finds Hodge, Delano takes it down, looks to cross and tipped away by Gums. He should have held on to it. Still not out of the woods, blocked for corner. First real chance to Newtown.
Yes, first real chance there. The ball was played across, was flashed across the face of the goal. Unfortunately, no Red Shirt was able to latch onto it and apply the finishing touch. But after Newtown play, they love to use the width and the pitch, and that was a very good example of they using the width and getting the ball across. They have to settle for a corner kick and it's going to be taken from the left side.
Corner comes in now, corner wasted. Delano Hodge, the guilty party. I notice whenever persons are taking corner kicks from the western side, let's say the northwestern side, they tend to not cater for the win, and very often the ball peters out before it gets to the box. But Newtown is happy. Sorry, St. Peter's is happy. They take a goal kick, big ball downfield from Harris. Number of players giving chase. The ball rolls. Oh, and Isaac gets in. Isaac is almost scoring. It was a tight angle. Almost a foregone conclusion for the keeper to take that one. But Isaac anticipated well, got in between the defender and the goalkeeper, tipped the ball away, but just couldn't find the angle to get it in the back of the net. No, that was close.
That was very, very close indeed. Empty goal, but good covering there by Newtown defenders coming across and even making the angle much more difficult. So good playing by Newtown, yes, averting any possible danger there. So it remains.
Roberts. A bad pass with precision to Newtown. Newtown likewise gives it back to St. Peter's. James. This time going long. Trying to free man Simmons. Simmons is not at home. Clearance for the Newtown defense. Kim Van Brown. Up to Ponting, twists, turns, then goes to his right. Trying to go forward. Find Mitchum. Mitchum chips it over. Harris is covering. Harris knocks it to Warrington. Warrington. Up to David. David on the inside. Trying to find Van Taekwondo Tyrrell. He does so with a difficult ball. But Taekwondo Tyrrell is going forward. Upended by two players and knocks the ball out inadvertently.
Yes, so it's going to be a train for Newtown. And we really hope that you stay with us, because this is going to be a very interesting match. Two evenly matched team. Well, certainly on paper. Let's see what they're going to do on the green as Newtown looks to go forward.
Man goes down, advantage played. Ponting comes in the center part of the field. He's nicked. So says David Phipps, the official. Still 0-0. The last time these two teams met, it was in the knockout quarterfinals when St. Peter's got the better of them, 2-1 coming from behind.
Very much so. So St. Peter's will have some confidence, but as I said, Newtown is also on a very good run as far as the Premier League is concerned. The last 3 games they would have won. That against OR, coming from behind against OR, and in typical fashion coming from behind against Keon.
Yep.
And then they beat Connery playing with 10 men.
Fake one, and then a shot on goal, blocked. Clearance, only as far as the slender man Rasim Thomas. He goes forward, finds help in Kim Van Brown. Rasim takes the opportunity to overlap. He's muscled off the ball, he goes to the ground. No call there. St. Peter's. Gordon goes forward, a long ball forward. Finds Isaac. Isaac almost goes just now. Trying to free the man down the right side. Ball too strong, too hard. Govea gives up the chase even before trying.
Yes, the idea was very good, but as I just said, too much weight on that pass, so he went straight over for a train. Here comes Newtown now, looking to build from the back.
First attempt block, second attempt, they knock it outside. Throwing. Oh, tackle coming in. Ill advised. From Isaac. Free kick to Newtown. Long ball. Heads go up. The whistle goes. Free kick to St. Peter's. Roberts will take it. Goes through the centre forward channel. Heads go up. Simmons under pressure. Simmons battling away. Simmons fighting. Eventually the whistle goes. Mr. Phipps indicates that Newtown will get a free kick. They take it now. Shot. Still not out of their own half. Battling away. Mitchum gets the kick. He goes to the right side, finds Rasim Thomas. Thomas dribbles the ball forward and tries to swing leg. Hodge. Hodge has Harris all over him, like the white and rice. Harris wins. The bigger man wins on that occasion. Sends it forward, finds Mitchum. Mitchum tries to connect with Isaac. It doesn't work. Clearance from Newtown, then back to St. Peter's. Warrington knocks it off of a player from Newtown. Takes a throw quickly. Finds David. David goes all the way back. Finds Gordon. Gordon to Roberts. Roberts beats one man, then goes downfield. Finds Isaac. Isaac leads on Gavaya. Gavaya is speeding away down the right flank. Looking for a cross. Knocks it off the player. Gets a throw in. Taken quickly. Roberts overlapping. Roberts back to Gavaya. Gavaya comes on the inside. On his least favored foot, his left foot. He crosses now. Flicked goalward. An easy ball, but it's going aimlessly wide for a goal kick to Newtown.
Yes, St. Peter's again looking to provide some width and this the right side. They're famous for using, just like Newtown, but I think at this moment they are much better in Newtown in providing good width, especially on the left side. So let's see how he's going to work out. So it's still 0-0. As I said, two teams that are evenly matched and two teams that are looking for points to get into the final six.
A little bit of fancy footwork on the far side. Frees St. Peter's momentarily. They go down the left flank. Thomas interrupts. Thomas gives it to his teammate who loses out. Two tackles coming in, one on the ball, the other off the ball. The referee's not impressed. Ball goes forward into the St. Peter's half. They clear as far as David. David tries to go through the centre forward channel. Brown is there playing his role in the six. He wins it, gives it off, takes it back. Hands off to Mitchum. Mitchum opens his shoulders, looks up, slides forward to Punting. Punting into, tries to find Hodge. Hodge was bearing down in the D. A little bit free, but the passing lane was covered. Here they come again. Forward to Simmons. Simmons knocks it off. Then Taekwondo comes. He beats one man, then he's stripped. Phipps points to the south. Free kick to St. Peter's.
Yes, free kick from a promising position. Well, good way out, but this is a good angle. St. Peter's St. Peter's will be looking now to at least force the goalkeeper to make a save. They have 5 players up front.
I remind viewers that this is the man who scored against in his last match. The shot comes in. Oh, it's just past the upright. He scored in his last match from some distance out. He has a big left foot. That's the brother of Atiba Harris, Kareem Harris. Takes most of the set pieces. Plays at centre back, but because of that curling left foot of his, he takes most of the free kicks in those areas. This one just went wide. Look good from at the start.
Yes, started out looking very good, looking promising indeed, but at the last moment just swerved away and went out aimlessly. But it would give St. Peter's some encouragement. Here comes Newtown now.
And as we were saying, local plans, St. Peter's is trying to squeeze them into one half. But 1, 2, 3 passes they get out. Brown tried to field man on the left side as Jamal Keynes was overlapped. Kovaya has given chase. Kovaya has knocked it away. Corner, second corner to St. Peter's.
Second corner.
from the same side. Let's see if they'll make use of it this time. Corner comes in, shot goes in, blocked on all occasions by St. Peter's. They knock the ball away, and trying to save it now is Warrington. Throwing to Newtown.
Well, as you said, they seem to be some problems getting the ball inside the box from this end. On the left-hand side, there's a strong wind blowing. I don't think players are doing enough to compensate. But here comes Newtown now inside the box.
A big cross coming off the top of the crossbar. I thought he struck it too hard, but he did just enough to get it back in the field, but the ball went across the touch line. And it seems as if a St. Peter's defender nicked it, and so throwing.
It seemed to have gone or went over the byline. So
yes, it's a corner, a third corner for Newtown.
Yeah.
In they come. Bodies go up. Mitchum, clearance, a ricochet, drops for Hodge, favorably for Hodge. Has it under control, chips to the cross, trying to find Mitchum. Mitchum cannot latch onto that one, but still Newtown. Batiste to Brown, to the other Brown. Kim one, Kev one. They interchange passes. Then they go on the inside. Responding is Newtown, is St. Peter's. Clearance. One there by Jamal Keynes up to Batiste. Batiste has options. Batiste has choices. Batiste is going alone. Batiste turns back looking for help. Then finds Mitchum. Mitchum goes quick to his right. Slightly to back. Thomas helps out. Here they come again, Newtown. Mitchum being freed on the right flank. Mitchum slides it back in the business area. Players go down. Referee doesn't blow his whistle. So that's a clean play. Players simply missed the ball. Newtown made to regret some of these chances that they're missing. But here they come again. Hodge. Robbed by Tyrrell. Tyrrell settles it. Goes to Gavaya. Gavaya goes long. Trying to find Mitchum. But Kimmy Brown is monitoring the situation. Knocks it off of Simmons. And Newtown will have a throw-in just inside the western flag on the south side. Southwest flag.
This is very good pressure by Newtown. They have had 3 corners so far, and they're creating some pressure on the defense. But here they are forced to defend now.
Here comes the counter. Azim James. Newtown are back, and they caught Mr. Gavaya coming from an offside position and interfering with the ball.
Well, as you said, Newtown will have to be very careful. They're not punished after squandering so many good chances. They have had 3 good corners, 3 chances of corners, but not making good use of them. They have had shots on goal, so they'll have to be very, very careful that St. Peter's don't hit them on the counter attack and punish them for not converting.
Here they come again, a bit impatient this time, forcing the ball forward. Punting cannot get to it. Lake is asking for pressure, early pressure. Doesn't get it. Harris clears. Tyrrell. Warrington going forward. Goes down. In fact, he's fouled.
Newtown attack approach play seem to be coming down the right hand side and then cutting in and really flashing the ball across. You have seen about 3 occasions they got to the byline after coming down the right wing and flashed the ball across the face of the goal. Again, unfortunately, nobody there to apply the finishing touch to get the goal. But here comes St. Peter's looking to create those chances. But good defending by Newtown.
Yes, Newtown simply robbed Azim James of the ball. That was Batiste. And now they combine a number of passes. Then Springer goes long. Big, long ball forward. Hoping to find Lake. Lake is not at home. Now he gets it from the second ball. Oh, a fancy back heel. Finds Hodge. That was telegraph. Hodge gets into the box. But a lot of pressure from the St. Peter's defense. Collapsed on Hodge and robbed him of the ball. The ball just trickled to Gums. Distributes now. Finds Gavaya to the right of him. Gavaya goes way across the field. Find a big man, the captain Harris, who's robbed the ball by Ponting. Ponting goes forward, speeds into the box, Ponting and shoot. No! The St. Peter's defense just stabs the ball away.
Very good move by Newtown, but a very timely intervention there. Very important, crucial intervention there by St. Peter's, preventing what could have been the first goal for Newtown. Newtown, as I said, this is a very good start for Newtown. They're looking well. They're making the runs towards goal, but they have nothing to show for it as yet.
And their crowd is a bit subdued. I think they're waiting. They refuse to get excited over the close chances. They're waiting until the ball at the back of the net. Here is Thomas. Finds Pantin on the right side. Pantin turns back, looking for help. Who can he find? Fancy footwork. Gets on one man. Tackled away. Corner number 4, it looks like, for Newtown. This time from the right side. This is easier to contend with in terms of the wind. They're kicking with the wind and not against the wind.
Well, let's say they make a difference. Next year they won't put too much weight on the corner kick and get it over. Overhit it.
Red and blue shirts in the box. 7 blue shirts. Ball comes in now. Heads go up. No. Everyone misses. Ball goes into touch.
Just as I said, on the left side they're under hitting the corner kicks, and on the right side they have just overhit the corner kick.
Yes, and it's playing on their minds, because on this occasion they all went to the near post just for the short ball, but in this occasion the ball went to the far post, and some people in the crowd picked it up and making some gesticulations and argument over it.
Yes.
Just a matter of the wind playing with them, and they got to figure it out.
Yes, they have to be able to calibrate the force of the wind and try to get the correct weight and the shot.
We just saw another bad pass with perfect precision from Jamal Keynes, and then likewise St. Peter's wanted to give the ball away, but the ball ricocheted off a Newtown player, throwing to St. Peter's. Simmons gets that throw. Simmons turns at his man. Simmons chips up to the far post. Who's over there? David and Thomas. David gets the ball. David crosses, blocked by Newtown. Racine fighting away for it. Shot comes in from Warrington from some distance out, and similarly some distance away from the goal.
Some distance, yes. There was no conviction in the shot at all, so the shot just swerved away. The idea was good, but as I said, somewhat casually, no conviction at all, almost hitting and hoping instead of hitting with any conviction, and the ball just swerving away at the last moment. But Newtown have had the better of the chances in this game so far. They have failed to convert. Look at St. Peter's, Al. You have commented on it already. They have a very high line, almost at the center line, Al. They're holding the back line. And Newtown, I'm sure, will be looking to exploit the situation. They have pace enough in their team. But here is St. Peter's now, looking to go forward.
Good cross. Thomas heading away, almost heading to the direction of a St. Peter's striker. Springer takes over. Springer trying to clear. Springer's under pressure. Eventually he clears. Finds Pantin. Cradles. Turns to his man. Loses out to Roberts. Roberts fouls him in the process. He's not happy. Mitchum takes it quickly. Keynes. Back to Mitchum. Hodge. Thomas. Hodge. Loses the ball. Hodge. St. Peter's can take over. David turns back, finds James, David, James, Roberts, center circle to the right side. Gavaya cradles nicely, good control on that occasion, flicks it to Simmons. 2 players clash. In fact, Springer deemed to have gotten there late, and so Simmons wins the free kick.
Yes, win the very important free kick. St. Peter's would be looking to capitalize on these free kicks. They look good with these free kicks, and let's see if they can come up with something special in their set piece routine, something that they would have practiced on the training ground. Let's see if it's going to be something innovative. You have two players are going to think he's going to favor the left foot of number 10, looking for an in swinger, using his left foot, Al.
That was the angle on which he scored against South Stars. But this is a different setup. I think he'll go straight again. Here comes Harris. Blocked by the wall this time. Gets it back. Controls. Blocked again partially. Cleaned up by Wicham. Then goes the angler to the right. Finds Batiste. Batiste looks up. Speeding away with the ball at his feet. Slides it in. Try to find Ponting. Clearance from St. Peter's. All the way back down to Kimmy Brown. Brown knocks it on to Thompson. Thompson. Overhand show. Out to Kim Wanbaum. Kim Wanbaum wasting no time. Trying to find Lake. Interception. Roberts. Then they go forward. Simmons. Fix on to take. No, that's Isaac. Isaac couldn't get there. Springer is covering. Ball goes for a corner. I think this is a corner. First corner for St. Peter's, I think.
Well, good cover in there by Newtown, realizing that the danger was there. And in the old-fashioned way, old-fashioned football, just getting the ball over the byline, conceding a corner kick, instead of keeping the ball alive and looking to play from the back, decided to concede a corner kick. Safety first football. And now St. Peter's will be having a corner kick.
In curling. Left foot taken now. Flicked on. No. Knocked away by Newtown again, it seems.
Well, the corner
Valiant
kick,
effort from Simmons.
The corner kick seemed not to have not to be passing the near post. Here comes the short, just short one this time.
Then long. On the far post. Head go up into David. David can score. There's a contact made there. And a question being asked. Mostly by the crowd. I think he was upended just when he was about to kick the ball.
As we have said, usually in football, you get the early exchanges, you get the early chances, which is the case of Newtown, getting the early chances, not converting, and could find themselves being punished by St. Peter's. St. Peter's not getting as many chances, but they're looking ominous whenever they do get a chance. They're looking much more ominous up front. A player is down still, so he's still 0-0, deadlock at 0-0. Two teams vying to get into the final six. And they're playing with all they're worth to get full points from this game.
Well, it's a fine time to tell you that the earlier game tonight between Connery and Security Forces ended 6-0 in favor of Connery. It was 1-0 for quite some time, and then the floodgates opened. The floodgates opened, and Connery was one-out winner in that game. Also, tomorrow, the big game on tomorrow that we're covering is Village versus Keon. That's tomorrow at 7 p.m. We'll get live coverage from SKN Newsline. Here comes a tackle from Dagney Roberts. This time he gets the card. I thought he was flirting with the card earlier, the way he remonstrated and disagreed with the call against him. And I thought the discussion between the referee and the first assistant was about him, but luckily he got away. But this time he couldn't get away.
Yes, this time he goes into the referee's book. But it's now going to be a free kick for Newtown. Close to the near touchline, just below us here.
And not in any significant position. We'll have a big bargain over a big left-footed ball. The same Roberts. Clears. Tyrrell loses out to Newtown. Thomas. Knocked to the ground, chipped partially by Tyrrell. So Newtown will get a free kick. That's the man Racine Thomas going down. Limping slightly. Ball taken from right to left. Keynes trying to go down the left flank. Gavaya tackling once, tackling twice. But only as far as Brown. Brown to Springer. Heads go up. Roberts being struck in the head by either the ball or the player. I think it's a player. He's okay. Referee will have to bounce the ball. I think. Take it as close as possible to the half line. St. Peter's gives it up to Newtown. They don't contest. Mitchum. Punting. Gives it to Taekwondo Tyrrell. Perfect bad pass, as one person want to say. An errant pass with precision. Newtown trying to knock forward. Clear one from St. Peter's. Only as far as the center circle. Kimran Brown trying to free the man Batiste. Roberts is there. Then James. Isaac. Go via where's the tackle from Springer. The ball goes into touch.
Yeah, Gavaya goes down. Must be in some pain. And Gavaya, who has been hugging the right touchline just below us here, the near touchline, for the whole night. He goes down. And looking to provide some width for St. Peter's, getting the ball inside the box. We've not seen many of that so far for St. Peter's. Newtown has been very good at getting the ball inside the box from the wide areas, especially the right. But here comes St. Peter's now with Govaya, trying to get the one inside the box, but blocked easily.
He wins the corner. A second corner for the night. 4 corners to 2. Newtown having more corners than St. Peter's, but the scores are even, 0-0. This time it's a right foot of Gavaya going to take this one. Comes in, low and hard to the near post. Isaac tries a volley. It doesn't work.
Doesn't work at all. As I said earlier, hitting and hoping instead of shooting with any conviction, with any particular technique, getting over the ball and hitting with power, getting good contact. Here comes Newtown now, looking to come out from the back, looking to go forward.
They go forward, then back, then square, then forward. Losing out to St. Peter's. The man Batty is making a mess of it. Roberts will take the throw. Tyrrell, Roberts, Simmons, Azine James has a bit of room. Goes back for support, finds Harris. Scuffs. Then goes long to the left flank. Good searching ball. Read well by Rasim Thomas. Knocks it down to Mitchum. Mitchum forward to Punting. Punting back square to Lake. Lake rides the tackle. Gets around one man. Then he goes up forward to the man Hodge. He's onside. He's free. Has some space. He crosses. He clears. St. Peter's clears. That's Roberts. Saving the day.
Yes, good getting back. Good tracking back by Roberts and clearing his lines, averting any possible danger, conceding a corner kick in the process. But very good play. But very good pass by Ian Lake. He's not been involved in the game very much, but using the outside of his foot and playing the ball into the part of the Newtown player who was able to get a cross into the box. Very good play by Newtown.
Corner number 5 for Newtown. As they take a left foot, inside corner, heads go up. Finally cleared by St. Peter's. Nicked and then nicked.
It's an indication of the pressure and the possession Newtown has been able to have close to the box, with St. Peter's conceding corner kicks. 5 corner kicks so far. So good pressure, good possession by Newtown, and we're not being able to convert as yet.
Here they come, Newtown. Actually, ball knocked into touch. So the play has broken up momentarily. Here's St. Peter's. Taekwondo Tyrrell. Roberts. James. Muscled off the ball by Batiste. Batiste gives it up to Roberts. Roberts trying to find Isaac. Isaac turns his man, finds Simmons. Simmons fakes, falls, loses his own balance, regains his balance. Just in time to find Taekwondo Tyrrell in the center circle. From the center to the left side. Trying to find Simmons in return. That's Warrington. So disappointed that Simmons couldn't latch onto that one.
Very disappointed indeed. The final ball into the box, just outside the box there. was a bit wayward. They were not on the same page, but here comes Newtown.
First ball shot, then to the goal! Punting, number 15 for Newtown. 1-0. Taken very quickly indeed. A volley of the highest caliber of technique.
That was stunning. That was absolutely stunning. From such distance, he timed it. Goalkeeper was out as he looked up. Very smart indeed. And he dinked the goalkeeper. That one went over the goalkeeper, up and down, giving Newtown their first goal. A very good goal indeed, as they did against Connery in the last game, opening the scoring, breaking the deadlock. Very, very good goal indeed from Newtown. They deserve it. As I said, they were enjoying most of the pressure, and here's Shine St. Peter's looking to
something similar. Tyrrell trying to chip Thompson, but Thompson read it well. What a time to score.
What a time to score.
15 minutes before half time.
And they really needed to. I said they've been enjoying the pressure. They've been enjoying the possession up front and getting into very good position, getting into the wide areas and crossing the ball. But here comes St. Peter's.
They break. They get in the box. Slide it backwards. Shot on goal. Ricochet. Isaac is in. Isaac fouls the man.
Flag is up. Outside flag is up. Oh, the offside are coming to the rescue of Newtown. That was the equalizer. Very good play by St. Peter's. The ball rebounded from the goalkeeper, but the St. Peter's player found himself in the offside position. Offside flag went up, so the goal was recalled.
Yes, and unfortunately for St. Peter's and St. Peter's fans, couldn't latch onto that one, but the ideal time to get the equalizer. They're battling away. Eventually, Batiste wins it. Batiste gives it up. Batiste fouls the man. Batiste is arguing.
Yes, Batiste looking a bit combative there in midfield. But this is exciting stuff. The game has come alive now with a goal from Newtown.
Isaac trying to free cover. They immediately went to look for the equalizer. I think he hurt himself in the process. They're trying to squeeze Newtown in their own half. Let's see if they can get out. They throw. Goes to St. Peter's. They lose out. Then St. Peter's gets it back. David comes across the box. Springer intercepts Newtown. Then finds Brown. Brown loses out to St. Peter's. Nice back heel to James. James can cross. James makes a mess of it.
Really made a mess. He had so much space. He had so much time. Had time to settle and get the cross, get the ball across the goal into the box. And unfortunately, the ball is squirting off the outside of his right boot and going over the byline for a corner kick. A goal kick for Newtown. So it remains 1-0 in favor of Newtown.
It looks as if Mr. David hurt himself in that play. He got some attention from the referee. He didn't leave the field. He was able to get back up. So it wasn't too bad, an injury. Here they come again. St. Peter's winning the ball. Then they're trying to go forward. Isaac, David combining. Isaac is nicked. He doesn't go down. He takes control. He goes into David. David, fancy footworks, dribbles well. Then finds Roberts. Roberts straight into the lap of Jamal Keynes. And again, David goes down. And Newtown, trying their best to give attention to their opponents, knock the ball outside.
Yeah, Newtown obliging and sportingly got the ball over the touchline and allowing the medics to come on, or the physiotherapists for St. Peter's to come on and try to provide some medical treatment. So it remains 0-0. A goal scored by Pontine from way out, caught the goalkeeper off his line, looked up, and with a nice think, he had the distance, had to do some hard work to get the ball over. had to do some, to show some technique, some very good technique, getting the ball up and over the goalkeeper and coming down in time, dipping in time to give Newtown their first goal. So Newtown is ahead by 1-0. But then St. Peter's had a chance to equalize. The ball did get into the net, but the flag had gone, so the goal was cancelled.
Here comes St. Peter's. Tyrrell trying to get a return pass. Doesn't work. Roberts going far to the left side. The left back overlapping. Clearance partially. Then clearance finally. Up as far as Hodge. Hodge knocks over. Finds Warrington. Warrington Roberts. Roberts sticks it into Tyrrell. Tyrrell fancy footworks. Trying to beat one man. Beat two men. Crosses over to Simmons. No. Thomas takes over. Then loses out. Still. Tyrrell continues. Tyrrell gives it to Warrington. Warrington goes long through the centre forward channel. Isaac is down there. Cannot find Isaac though. The head of Newtown. Then Mitchum. Mitchum trying to go forward. Trying to find Hodge. He gives it away. Taekwondo Tyrrell. Chips it forward. Final man is Govaya, who has gone to the left side instead. He's playing a 7. Looking for the return pass is Govaya. Doesn't get it. Broken up by Newtown defense. They go out to Mitchum for some help. Mitchum finds Hodge. Hodge comes back, then slams it forward. A foot race between Kareem Harris and Pontin. Kareem Harris wins the race, wins the ball, knocks it to his goalkeeper. Gums out to Gordon. Gordon goes straight ahead of him. Finds James. James rides the man, rides the tackle. Then dribbles forward, then goes on the inside. Good anticipation by Brown. Brown to Lake. Lake to Mitchum. Little combination pass is not going forward, but then Mitchum goes forward. Then Mitchum gives it away. Second bad pass from Mitchum. Not very like him, much like him. He's usually a good pass of the ball. But here comes St. Peter's. Govaya, upended, goes to the ground, gets a free kick.
Yes, a free kick. Let's see on St. Peter's and St. Peter's can do something with this. It's a set piece, and they are very good at set pieces. So let's see if they can get the ball inside the box. They have height up front. Let's see if they can get something inside the box. We're getting close to halftime. They're looking for the equalizer.
They have height, but they should not use it. They go to Tyrrell. Tyrrell goes to the left flank. Tyrrell crosses. No. Knocked off the ball. Corner.
Another wasted opportunity. Tyrrell got towards the byline. All he had to do was to get the ball across the face of the goal and have somebody just providing a tap in. But unfortunately, he was very late in trying to get the cross into the box. So the ball went over the byline, conceding a goal kick.
Well, I thought it was a corner, but David is much closer to the action than I am. Here comes Newtown, trying to speed away. Players go to the ground. That's the man Lake being knocked to the ground. Ball out to James. James long down the left flank. Rasim is there. He takes control now. Knocks it forward to Tyrrell. Tyrrell goes back to the left side. Comes on inside Govaya. Govaya, what he'll do now, shoots at goal. The ball ricochets from a player and just rolls to the keeper.
That should have been a much better shot from St. Peter's. They're getting in some good position, but not doing as well as they should. But here comes Newtown, looking to double their lead.
Broken by the St. Peter's defense. They go up to Govaya. Govaya is tangling with a player and called guilty of fouling. Tyrrell almost wins the free kick. Newtown takes it back. Newtown has Pontin. Pontin trying to get to two players is fouled.
Punching tackler. Player is not pleased at all.
And if you notice, that's a player who used to play for Newtown. And so there might be a little bit of bad blood between there. A former Newtown player fouling a current Newtown player. Pontin got up and said something to him. Here comes, yes, it is. Here comes the long ball in the box. Partial clearance. Then finally cleared by David. Two Newtown players confusing it. That's Jamal Keynes, knocked away by David. Here is Gordon beating the man very well indeed. Then he gets the clearance. Simmons being upended. He gets to knock it forward, gives Isaac a race, but Isaac is not latching onto it. Clearance, but only as far as St. Peter's. David slides it on the inside, trying to find Tyrrell. Tyrrell shields, then passes it off. Then over to Harris. 1 minute extra time, says the fourth official. Just 1 minute left in this game, first half. This game's first half where Newtown is leading 1-0. They try to come forward. A number of players in attendance.
The fourth official has indicated a minimum of 1 minute. He added 2.
Mitchum, Lake, then over to the right side. Back to Thomas. Oh, given away by Thomas. Tyrrell to Simmons. Simmons has 2 men. Simmons turns on them. Simmons shoots. Simmons scores! A brilliant goal! Superlative. Absolutely brilliant.
Yes, that was really a great goal. A fantastic finish there.
I think even the Newtown fans are applauding.
Yes. He had time, he looked up, he had the space, and he was able to pick his spot and place it in the roof of the net, getting the equalizer just before half time. I think that may just be the last attacking play of the half, but very good goal indeed. Fantastic stuff, exciting stuff. So that is the equalizer. Referee put the whistle in his mouth, but allows play to continue. I don't think he'll continue for very long. Al, yes, he blows his whistle now. So both teams will go into a dressing room with the score. And 1-1 Al. Exciting stuff. Good equalizer. Both goals were stunning goals, Al. Absolutely stunning.
And both goals were scored from outside the box. But with that information, Newtown 1, St. Peter's 1. We go to master control, then come back for halftime analysis.
Coming up is the Premier League Live halftime show.
For the entire month of November, Smart Electronics is having the biggest sale on island. 3-in-1. Yes, 3 sales in 1 month. From the 1st to the 26th. And on the 27th is their massive store-wide Black Friday sale. And don't forget, on the 30th is Cyber Monday. You get to take advantage of all. And when I say all, I mean all gadgets and electronics store-wide. Included cell phones, tablets, smart TVs, laptops, refrigerators, washing machines, and much more. Don't you miss out on the biggest sale on island. 3-in-1 sale for the entire month of November. Terms and conditions apply. Smart Electronics, where to live a smart life.
Skillex Interactive Voice Response System, a new 24-hour automated call-in service. Access it now at 465-2000 to report faults, receive bill balances, and for the first time ever, you can now make bill payments over the phone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Access it now by calling 465-2000.
It's the new and improved SK Newsline Android mobile app. With the SK Newsline app, you can watch your news reports, the SK Newsline newscast, sports, special features, and so much more. You can also send us a WhatsApp or call us directly. Go in the Google Play Store, search SK Newsline, and download the app today. The SK Newsline mobile app. News on the go.
Strictly Sports is back! Strictly Sports is back! And better than ever! The website that brings you all kind of sports. No rumors, no nigger business, just sports. Log on to www.getstrictlysports.com. That's GETSTRICTLYSPORTS.com and get articles, features, videos, and photos. Local, regional, and international stories. And don't forget to check out our online sports store.
It is little right now, but in time it will get hugely.
And we have lots of room for you advertisers, and advertising is free right now. You heard me right, free. Just call 762-3134 for more information. This is good. This is good. If I miss the game, all I got to do is log on and everything right there. Strictly Sports is back.
Football fans, get ready for football like never before. It's the inaugural Super 6 playoffs featuring the top 6 teams in the SKNFA Premier League doing battle for the Big Cup at the Warner Park Football Stadium starting November 24th. The Super 6 playoffs is the most lucrative sporting event in St. Kitts and Nevis, with the champions winning $50,000. Yes, you heard right. $50,000 for the champions, $500 for man of the match, and over $100,000 in prize money. Fan giveaways and prizes galore. It's the inaugural Super 6 playoffs starting November 24th. Get ready to rumble. Auto Plus Car Wash, located on the College Street Gut, Bastyr, St. Kitts. Bring your car to Auto Plus Car Wash to remove water stains, wiper marks. Get your doors, roof panel cleaned, seat floor mats, buffing, headlights, and engine wash. You get quality service at the best price at Auto Plus Car Wash. They really care for your car. Call 765-5140 or visit them on the College Street Gut, Bastyr, St. Kitts. Auto Plus Car Wash, where service is number one. KVK Enterprises at Boyd's Housing Development, Trinity Parish, St. Kitts. For all your t-shirt printing, banners and signs, promotional products, shipping, motivational speeches, computer classes, agro-processing, art and craft, and desktop publishing. Come to KVK Enterprises at Boyd's Housing Development, Trinity, St. Kitts. Telephone 661-0118 or 765-7270. Email drkhrystus@kvklives.com or visit www.kvklives.com. KVK Enterprises. This is the Premier League Live Halftime Show.
Good evening again, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Halftime Show. Usually we do some analysis and so on, but this time we are fortunate enough to have a special guest. That's the head coach of the Saddlers United football team. Oh, he's not the assistant, my bad. He's just the assistant head coach of the Saddlers team, and he has been involved in coaching education. In fact, a graduate of the SKNFA coaching program. So let's start there by asking him about the coaching program. You just finished a coaching program quite recently. How was it? What was it like?
The experience in the last coaching seminar, it really expanded my mind to football to a great way, giving me better understanding of coaching football. And I think that will take us a far way to bring back what we have learned to the club, to the players, so that they can understand football in a more practical way.
Would you encourage other coaches or other persons out there aspiring to be coaches to get into this program?
Yes, it is very important for whosoever aspire to be a coach to get into the program, because it will help them in whatever way they want to coach. Let them understand how to coach, system of play, style of play, and how to manage players, and let them get to understand that in football, one thing, you can control some things and there are some things that you don't have in your control. And you must, as a coach, always focus on what you can control. Don't focus on what you can't control.
Well, you mentioned about managing players, but we'll get back to that as we want to talk a bit about Saddlers. At one time, Saddlers was up in the number 6 spot, number 5 spot at one point, I think. And then they had a string of losses. And now, last week, we more or less wrote off Saddlers in terms of getting into the top 6. What are your thoughts here? What happened?
Well, I think in terms of mathematical chance, we still have a chance of getting to the top 6. Once we win the last 3 games, we have a chance of reaching the top 6. And I think there are 3 winnable games that we can win, that can push up in the top 6. There are some unfortunate things that happen which make we are not really cement our place in terms of in the top 6. Because we have lost some games which we should have really won those games. I would say that we beat ourselves in the last couple of games by not scoring, because it's only one of those games we don't score first. All the other games we score first and come out on the losing end. But it still comes down to the point where our team, we are not clinical in front of goals, so we are not scoring goals. And you know, winning football games, you got to score goals to win football games. And at the same point, you got to defend well. And as you mentioned, one of our key players, one of our defenders, which there are more times he gets irritated on the field, not concentrating on doing what he should do, concentrating on doing other things. I even spoke to him one-on-one to tell him to use his energy that he's using to bark at referee and getting upset. Use that energy to really secure the goal. Use it to protect our goal. Use it to lead on the field, instead of using it to get your mind away from football, which you come to play, to secure your goal and win games.
Yes, it appeared to be a very, very ugly situation as he demonstrated publicly. I'm sure the viewers out there, the thousands of viewers out there, saw what was going on. They saw something was wrong. We saw him demonstrating and actually not wanting to play. So in a situation like that, how would you as a coach handle that?
Well, as a coach, first I would talk to the executive body which controls the disciplinary action of the team, which is our Madam Secretary, Ms. Phillips. She's the one who controls the team in terms of administration and disciplinary actions. So the disciplinary actions will always have to come from our consultation between us as coaches and she as the administrator.
Well, you know, I know you guys always look at these teams, these games with a coaching eye. How would you assess what you've seen so far? Newtown 1, St. Peter's 1.
Well, I would see it as an even contest. So I'd call it a ding-dong backer at this moment. But there are some fine points in the game where I see the two teams is playing a more defensive form of football, especially the Monkey team, because when you look at the back line in the Monkey, you see always there are 4 defenders. They are not coming forward. They only allow their number 6 and their number 8 to come forward from that position. But more so, I think the two teams score a very good goal this evening. The Monkey goal was a very clinical goal from the number 9.
Well, I certainly have to agree with you. The 1-1 situation, 2 absolutely brilliant goals. One to Newtown first, struck some maybe 25-30 yards out, and Simmons also scored from about 22 yards out. So we saw 2 goals tonight outside of the box, and we're hoping we'll see much more goals. But for now, we're almost out of time for our halftime show, so we'll go back to Master Control and come back at you with more live commentary in the second half.
Coming up is the Premier League Live halftime show. This is the Premier League Live halftime show.
Skillex Interactive Voice Response System, a new 24-hour automated call-in service. Access it now at 465-2000 to report faults, receive bill balances, and for the first time ever, you can now make bill payments over the phone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Access it now by calling 465-2000.
The entire month of November, Smart Electronics is having the biggest sale on island. 3-in-1. Yes, 3 sales in 1 month. From the 1st to the 26th. And on the 27th is their massive store-wide Black Friday sale. And don't forget, on the 30th is Cyber Monday. You get to take advantage of all. And when I say all, I mean all gadgets and electronics store-wide. Included cell phones, tablets, smart TVs, laptops, refrigerators, washing machines, and much more. Don't you miss out on the biggest sale on island. 3-in-1 sale for the entire month of November. Terms and conditions apply. Smart Electronics, way to live a smart life.
Well, we'll just have the second half starting, and in my mind, what's first blood to St. Peter's? They're in the box already. We're just about 2 minutes gone. It's the second half.
Yes, I guess they'll be encouraged by that last minute goal in the first half.
But the first 2 chances in the second half came to St. Peter's.
Very much so. That's an indication that they're really looking to go ahead. Newtown went ahead and scored the early goal, and they got the equalizer just in the nick of time in the last minute of the game in the first half. Here they are again, looking to go forward, looking to go ahead. It's St. Peter's.
This time down the right flank, but couldn't find enough space. Pushed it in the back. Free kick to Newtown. Taken now quickly, punting, speeds away from 2 men. Punting, gets in the box with a head up. Pushed off the ball, muscled off the ball in a legal way, because David Phipps was there trailing the play, and he wasn't impressed with any sort of call. Punting just acknowledges and walks away.
Well, very good defending by St. Peter. They seem to be very organized at the back and very organized and disciplined. But this is going to be a very fascinating finale at the end. As I said, with 2 goals in the first half. 2 beautiful goals, absolutely scintillating goals in the first half. We're expecting some more excitement in the second half.
Here is Newtown trying to go forward. St. Peter's trying to go forward. Stopped momentarily from Springer. Knocks away the ball, much to the chagrin of Mr. Phipps. He gives him a verbal lecture now. Points to St. Peter's as he upended the man. Then kicked away the ball. Lucky not to have not gotten away with a yellow card.
Very lucky indeed. As is normally a cardable offence. But here comes St. Peter's.
Roberts, high looping ball to goalward. Up goes the head. A save by Thompson, but he collided with the post. Is he alright? Yes, he is.
Well, he's not happy at all. I don't know what would have occurred. I know he was backpedaling, collided with the goalpost, with the upright.
Probably felt that somebody pushed him.
Yes.
That's the only thing I can come up with. But here comes the corner.
Fortunately for him and fortunately for Newtown, because they've really lost a goalkeeper. Here comes the...
Heads go up. Red. Corner again.
As I was saying, they already lost a goalkeeper in the last match that they played against Conway a few days ago. The goalkeeper was hospitalized, and my understanding is that he may not be able to take part in any more in any part of the tournament for the rest of the year. Speaking to Earl, who is a former coach, that is not confirmed information.
Low, flicked away, knocked away by Springer, but only as far as Tyrrell. Low cross coming in, cleared away. Punting picks up. Punting dribbles. Punting gets around one man, then is fouled. The guilty party in David, number 8, who plays in the number 11 position, found himself all the way on the right side, the 7th side, fouled the man and now tracks back. So unfortunate to hear about Gums though, not being able to play. But the doctor report said he's okay. There was no concussion or anything like that. But here comes Newtown, knocking it forward. Lake trying to go back. They try to free the man on the right side. Hodge is offside.
And then they also had one of the main players, that's the brother of Gums, the two Gums brothers. One was red carded, Al.
Yes, that's Marco Gums.
Marco, he was red carded. And I think the second red card in quick succession for him. A player who is very intense, exciting, industrious player.
So true. But he needs to control his tempo.
Yes, very much need to be able to restrain himself. The intensity is good. The work rate is good. Work ethic is good. But yes, he has to work on that tempo.
Here they come forward. Isaac trying to go back to Simmons. Simmons gets it now. Simmons fakes the other way. Goes to the right side. Then the ball is knocked back to Batiste. Batiste trying to go long downfield. Roberts is there. Gives it back to Newtown. Newtown connecting one pass, then two passes. Then Springer trying to go infield. A battle for it on the far side. Go via. Knocked away by Newtown. Throw into St. Peter's. Taken quickly. The man Tyquan Tyrrell. Trying to get around two men. They do not allow him to. They knock it forward. Then back. Then forward again. A foot race. Blues in front. Back pass. Then out to Warrington, the number 5. 5 gives it to 4. 4 goes back to 5 in Warrington. Warrington stops. Rather than going forward, he goes back to his number 4 and captain, Karrion Harris. Harris scuffs it. Then a long looping drive forward, trying to find Simmons. Simmons gets it too. Then slams it inside to Tyrrell. Tyrrell fakes one. Tyrrell goes down. That's a penalty. St. Peter's has a chance to go forward again like the last game. After going behind, then going ahead 2-1, and then they shut up shop in the back. Are we seeing a deja vu?
Very, very much so this could be it. But watch a play that was. The ball was played into the box. Goalkeeper came out. He tried to get around the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper with a crunching tackle and conceding a penalty and conceding also a yellow card as referee just brandishes that card in front of his face. He's still demonstrating with the referee. The referee's form, the referee's verdict is final. It's a yellow card and it's a penalty for St. Peter's. So Peter's have a chance now to go 2-1 up, Al.
We could give him 24 hours to argue, but he won't get away from that.
Not at all. Referee, as I said, the referee's verdict is final. He's judge, jury, and executioner, all roll in one. So St. Peter's with a chance. Let's see if they're going to score this one.
Well,
to go ahead.
took the last one. They got a penalty again against South Stars. He came in and slammed it hard to the goalkeeper's right, while the goalkeeper was going left. What will he do tonight? Thompson on his line. Tyrrell there. Tyrrell shoots, blocked. Tyrrell again, blocked again a second time, and missed. I think it was a case of overconfidence. Not it out of the woods. Govaya trying to shake his way. Govaya chips to the cross now, heads away. Newtown getting away from that one.
Newtown getting away. Goalkeeper coming to the rescue of Newtown. Tyrrell picked his spot. Goalkeeper picked where he was going. Unfortunately for him, he went the right way and was able to stop that one.
Heads go up. Isaac shoots. And it's in the back of the net. A ricochet. They get it back. They get it 2-1.
Oh, the ball, well, there seemed to be some dispute. No, Newtown is appealing for offside.
It can't be offside.
As we said, the referee verdict is final. It's always final. Referee put his card into his pocket. So that player, it was a Tyrrell, the ball. That player goes into the referee's scorebook this time, and not his.
It was Isaac who struck the ball.
And the ball took a wicked deflection, wrong-footed the goalkeeper, and Newtown is now
trailing after leading. A familiar story.
But it was coming, and it was always coming. St. Peter's was pressurizing the Newtown defense, and it had to come.
From the
they
start,
had 2 chances.
That's what they said. From the start of the half, they pushed upon them, and they got the first 2 chances: a flick-on header and Simmons going high and wide. Then they got the penalty. Now from the set piece, they got the second goal.
Oh, this is exciting stuff. As I said, we promise you some excitement, and it's really entertaining stuff. High entertainment value. We know Newtown is going to come back, Al. This would be the 3rd consecutive, the 4th. Well, the ball goes up. Now cleared, finally cleared.
In the process, the keeper was fouled, and so Mr. Phipps play free kick to St. Peter's.
This will be the 4th game which they found themselves under pressure. I remember against Olo, they were 1-0 down for a very long time, and was able in the last maybe 10 minutes or so, was able to get 2 goals.
St. Peter's too? St. Peter's beat Olo from behind as well?
No, it was Newtown who came from behind. Yeah.
So you're saying that they have the ability to come from behind again? I wouldn't bet on it if I was you, because these back 4 don't go anywhere really. So it's going to be a tough job for Newtown to crack this St. Peter's defense.
Well, they did it against Kean afterwards. Kean were leading, and but here back to.
I understand your script, Mr. Watts. Your script is saying that Newtown will come back. They've done it before, once, twice. Let's see if they can do it 3 times. Here they come. Hodge crosses, heads go up, clearance from the number 77. That's Govea. The number 7 was come all the way back to help out his defense. Corner number 6 for Newtown. Left-footed, head ball coming. Govea heads away. Taken quickly. Brown. Mitchum. There's a battle for it. Only as far as Springer. Springer chooses to go down the left flank. Strong clearance coming from the man there. It looks like Gordon. Then he directs the play. So momentum has shifted, Mr. Watts.
Yes, very, very, very much so.
Here is Newtown. 1-2 passes from the left side, then they come center. Punting flicks it over. There's no one there.
But to continue my projection, apart from the two great comebacks, they also face adverse situation against Connery, where they had a player red carded very early in the game, and they were able to go on and win Connery 1-0. So they are accustomed to being adverse situation and come back and win the game. So I am foreseeing that they're going to do the same thing tonight.
All right. That's the script written by Mr. Watts. Judging on what happened in the past, a 10-man 1-0 victory over Connery, come from behind against Keon, come from behind against Old Road. They'll come from behind again against this game. Let's watch and see. Let's wait and see.
And from a neutral point of view, it'll be exciting to see them.
Here they come. Is this the equalizer? No. Gordon is getting better of punting. Gordon is speeding away. Goes to Govaya. Govaya knocks it off a player. Loses out. Govaya tracks back. Newtown takes over. Then gives it away. Tyrrell gets help. Gets it back. Then Tyrrell goes long. Trying to isolate Simmons and Brown. Brown, the better man on that occasion, gives it up to midfield. On the right, on the left side, they eventually lose out by knocking the ball into touch.
Yes, so
is this the time we will see some substitutions, some fresh legs?
We're past the hour mark.
We're just past the hour mark.
Just past the hour mark, so this is the time we usually see some injection of some fresh legs. Fresh legs with fresh ideas.
I think it's the same idea.
Well, you can have the fresh legs. You can have the fresh legs.
Your script. To score and score again.
Yes.
Knocking the ball forward is St. Peter's. Intercepting is Newtown. A man goes down. Newtown tries to swing around forward. Hodge trying to get there. No. Gums gets there first. The man is still down. Missed that player. He's holding his face. Arguing the referee. And trying to cause some altercation. The physio is on the field. Fortunately for him, some of his teammates ran to his rescue. He seems, for want of a better word, like his fuse has been lit.
Well, that's true, Al. We don't know what would have ignited that fuse, Al, but he lost his temper just now. Lost his mind too. And to be behaving like that on the field with his team 2-1 up, he'd have really jeopardizing his team chances of winning this game. Also jeopardizing his team chances of getting into the final 6. But a card is being issued. A card is being issued to a Newtown player.
Well, we didn't quite see what happened, but definitely Mr. Roberts was irate. And belatedly, David Phipps gave a card to the Newtown player. It looked like it's number 15, punting. And incidentally, the man Roberts is down, probably being struck in the face. The Newtown player came up to Mr. Phipps indicating that that card should be red, not yellow. I'm sure that's what he said.
Well, you're not missing any football at all. After a scintillating end to the first half, St. Peter's came out and dominated the second half in the first 15 minutes. And not only dominated, they were able to score a goal. They got a penalty, missed the penalty, but was able to still go ahead. And they are now enjoying a 2-1 lead. And just below us here, you have Anthony Isaac. So he's also from Newtown, but he's the coach of St. Peter's. And remonstrating there, we don't know for what.
Well, I think he's sending the messages to the man Roberts. But here comes St. Peter's. Forward to Simmons. Chipped over. Trying to find David. David is in the box. But the man Springer remains stout or stoic, as we say, and knocks the ball away.
Very, very good defending, Al. But from the start of the second half, the St. Peter's has been pushing Newtown back in their own defensive third and creating some pressure.
Always keeping 3-4 men in the back, and James hovering just around to save them. Here comes the long ball to the far post. Heads go up. Only as far as the right side for St. Peter's. They chip it back in, hard and low. Clears by Thomas. Heads go up. Number 33, the same Roberts. It seems to be he's cooled down now. Reaching up to try to fight for a shot and goal.
But this has been a very good start in the second half. And they push Newtown back on the back foot for a very long time. Newtown hardly have any chance to get out of their own box and go forward. Newtown would have had very few chances in the second half up front, because they are forced back, as I said, on the back foot and forced into their own half. Newtown is now making a change.
Two substitutions. One for Newtown. Punting, he doesn't agree at all. He screamed. Then advised to cool it. We see a young player coming in for punting, number 29 for Newtown.
That's Malichi Gums.
Another Gums. I think it's about 3 Gums brothers in the Newtown side. Then maybe the third one.
Number 29.
Malachi Gums.
Malachi Gums.
And number 17 comes in for, I think number 17 is 5 for St. Peter's. Looks like 5. Yes, it looks Devante 5. Yep. So both coaches going to their bench. As Newtown try to make another raid on St. Peter's. The ball goes outside.
I say this is very scintillating stuff. St. Peter's, even in the first half, they are playing this high defensive line, high back line, and really squeezing Newtown into their own half. So even when they do win the ball, they win the ball high up the field and creating pressure. Here they are now.
Isaac showing some fancy dribbling skills and getting it to work to a certain extent, because he wins a throw.
An interesting thing, I don't think Newtown don't have the pace up front. I mean, Lake don't have the pace that he used to have before. The legs are not as strong as before. But here comes the ball into the box. Newtown is forced to defend.
Till takes over. Brown, Batiste takes over. Batiste clears, trying to find Hodge. Does so now. Hodge is on the left flank. Hodge has Gordon with him. Another one comes to help Gordon. Hodge goes back. Then tries to come on the inside. Intercepted easily by Taekwondo Tyrrell, and then they contrive to give Newtown back the ball. Batiste speeding forward, clearance from Azim James, doing his work as a number 6, breaking the play in the middle of the field here, and the referee blows for play to stop. There's a player down, a player in the box. That's a St. Peter's player who probably got injured on the last play. He seems to be screaming in pain. And is still upset with the referee that whatever happened to him, the referee did not see it. Goes off the field now, and will come back at the discretion of the referee.
Well, I don't know his behavior just now. That's kind of strange. But you have to be very careful not to incur the referee's wrath.
Well, we're seeing a lot of strange behavior. It's like these players are flirting with a red card. Somebody is begging for a red card. We'll be very happy if we don't see one tonight, but the behavior and the demonstration from these players, they are simply asking for it, as we would say. They're asking for it. Please, Mr. Phipps, give me a red card.
With somebody on the St. Peter's team and on the field, you have to show some leadership on the field and try to get the players in control. They're leading 2 goals to 1, and they have the momentum, and I really think they just should not be behaving as they're behaving now. But here comes Newtown.
Malachi Thomas, good drag back. Goes back for help. Giving away to Tyrrell. Tyrrell can control. Tyrrell has 4 men around him. He's fighting nonetheless. St. Peter's is all the way back. Tyrrell alone up front. Then he gets help from far, it is. Then they go forward. Batties. Mitchum to Batties. Batties turns back. As Simmons re-enters the play. Mitchum finds Thomas. Thomas, right back overlapping, finds Malachi. Malachi Gums. Trying to dribble his man. But David is there. Helping out Warrington. 2 men in the defensive zone for the left back area. For the number 5 area.
And this is where Newtown is good. They're getting a chance now to get close to the box and inside the box. Lake is inside the box and he's very dangerous inside the box.
Lake, Hodge shoots, and Lake was begging for it. Hodge chose not to pass to him, but to go towards goal.
Yes, he put his hand to the sky and also now, because this he knows this is where he's dangerous. Once he's in the box, chances are he's going to score.
Long ball up forward. Simmons tries to cradle, loses out to Newtown. Forward to Malachi. Malachi has David. Malachi has Warrington. Goes down to Hodge. Hodge has Harris. Crosses now. Headed away by James. Good diving header. Picked up by Taekwondo Tyrrell. Tyrrell beats 1, beats 2. Then passes. Finds Foy. Over to Roberts. Roberts goes forward to Simmons. Simmons knocks it off to Taekwondo Tyrrell. Tyrrell dribbles once. Pushes the ball forward. Who's there? Only Anwar Springer. Good drag back turn.
Very
Beats the
cool,
man.
very confident and composed piece of defending there.
Oh yes. Timed the man well and dragged with the ball just in time when he committed himself to the other side. But Newtown not making much progress. The ball being knocked into touch just about the halfway mark on the far side.
Yes, this is a really good performance from St. Peter's since the start of the second half. They came out. I don't know what Coach Anthony Isaac would have said to them, but they came out with some intensity. They came out with some hunger, and now they're leading 2-1 after being pushed back in the first half. Here again, St. Peter's looking to increase their lead.
1 blue versus 2 reds. Simmons using his body well. Taekwondo Tyrrell slides across. Cannot get purchase on it. He was looking for the man David, but only found Thompson.
Oh, that was a big miss there by St. Peter's. All he had to do was to get the ball across.
As the crowd screams, as we see a foul from Newtown on Mr. David, a pullback foul. Probably would want himself a yellow card. Another substitution. It looks like Amal Mills.
Amal Mills is coming in, but Amal is more known for his defensive capabilities. Well, let's see what he's going to do.
I do not understand that change coming from the Newtown bench. You're bringing a defensive player, unless you're going to push somebody forward. Maybe you're going to give Kim Van Brown more permission. But here they come again after just missing a good opportunity. Newtown defense collapses on that one.
Well, maybe the idea is to solidify your defense and give you a base from which to attack. Because you don't want to attack and leave your back door open and then create more problems. So maybe solidify the defense and give the players more confidence to go forward.
It appears as if the player who went off was a defender who was injured. Rasheen Thomas injured. He was limping.
Sorry to interrupt you, Al, but we're seeing another skirmish between two players. We have seen that so many of that. Referee would have to try to diffuse this tension instead of having them go on unattended. But here is Newtown. They're looking for an equalizer.
Meanwhile, it's a ground battle between Foy and that man on the far side. Looks like Keynes won the ball but ran out of space.
So I'm still predicting that we would have some excitement in this game. Newtown may just pull off stage one of those comebacks, but St. Peter's is looking very good indeed. They're really looking good. They're going forward and they're squeezing Newtown. Newtown hardly have gotten any chance to breathe and go forward.
We call that I heard your script, I read your script, but I didn't agree with your script.
So you're predicting that St. Peter's will either hold on to the scoreline that they have, or they're going to increase the scoreline.
Note that they just had a chance to increase the scoreline and to use your terms, kill off the game. Taekwondo Tyrrell had a really, really bad miss there. Not a very good game tonight. A bad miss, missed penalty.
To be honest with you,
this one will haunt him, especially if Newtown comes back.
They look more likely in getting unassailable lead than Newtown look in getting the equalizer. They have gotten many chances because once they get that third goal, the show will be killing off the game. The show will be taking a lead that could well be insurmountable. But as it is right now, it's still at 2-1, and they have a throw-in just close to the corner flag.
Big throw. Let's go up. Simmons! Again, Simmons! Number 3.
Well, I was just talking about cleaning up the game. I was just talking about taking an unassailable lead. And that one moment, Simmons, the ball dropped.
And the card comes out. A red card.
The ball dropped kindly for him in the box. And he just, with his long foot, was able to get the ball away from the goalkeeper. He was inside the 6-yard box. Was able to get the ball away from the goalkeeper and giving St. Peter's the third goal. So it's 3-1. Newtown is in some serious problems.
Well, you can say that again. Down 3-1, down 1 man.
Well, I did say they seem to be able to come out of adverse situation, but they have digged themselves into further trouble.
We were just saying, you know what? We were just saying that one of these players is begging for a red card.
Very much
and
so.
There is the card.
Very much so. It's very disappointing. It's very tense out there. It's tense. Both sets of players are somewhat losing their tempers and not being able to control themselves. So it's tense. It's almost like a powder keg out there just waiting to be ignited. So Newtown losing a man after conceding a goal.
And now St. Peter's look energized. Long ball forward, finds Fire into Mitchum. Simmons, sorry. Just in time comes Springer and knocks it away. But not very far, they're not yet out of the woods. Rebuilding the attack. Here comes St. Peter's. Tyrrell trying to go forward. Springer intercepts. Springer finds Hodge. Hodge back to Malachi. Malachi comes into Batiste. Batiste scratches it, then goes to the right side. Finds Malachi, who has been forced to go back into defense because of the red card. So he seems to be a versatile player. He's now right back. He's now in the number 2 slot. He came on the number 7, but the red card, he has to drop back.
But this has really been a tale of two halves, with Newtown dominating the first half, St. Peter's coming out and dominating the second half, and being able to get two goals, and now they have a 2-goal advantage and a 1-man advantage.
Yes, and if you go into the notebooks of Coach Al Richards, he will tell you that this is about the time when Newtown fades, but they have gone away from his script in a couple of batches by scoring one about this time. But under normal circumstances, this is the time when teams score on them, one about this mark. And St. Peter's took full advantage of that.
I agree with you totally. They went away from the script. St. Peter's applied the pressure, and somehow Newtown succumbed to the pressure. I don't know what Anthony Isaac, I mean, he's from Newtown, lives in Newtown, was Newtown coach at some point, so he knows Newtown players. Don't know what his halftime team talk would have been, but St. Peter's came out with great intensity, and they have taken the advantage.
Well, with 10 men, they're trying to get back to the intensity now. Winning the ball in the midfield, then they're going long forward, trying to find the man on the right side. The man on the right side finds Rumpy Lake. He comes on the inside, chips it forward, ball blocked partially by David, then cleaned up by David, then cleared by Warrington. There we see some gamesmanship between Lake and Warrington. A little more pleasant than what we've seen before. But here comes Newtown again. Taekwondo Tyrrell 2 attempts to rob the ball, then does so eventually, gets help from Foy.
We did talk about bubble, so I would extend the COVID-19 analogy and said and to tell you that I think St. Peter's now we go on the lockdown. The defense will go on the lockdown. They're not going to leave that back line for anytime now.
That's the point the guy was mentioning at halftime. Yes. That's Ken Ryan Nibs, and I was telling you the same thing. These 4, then they don't go anywhere. Particularly Warrington, they are stay-at-home defenders. Here comes another change for Newtown.
Yes, Newtown making.
Occasionally,
change.
Roberts would run forward, but Warrington stays at home, and the other 3, Gordon and Harris, stays at home. But here comes Newtown, trying to come to the middle, chips it long forward. The keeper comes out, ball bodied. A chance for Newtown to clear the kick, knocked away by St. Peter's just in time. Then the big clearance.
Oh, that was a perfect chance. Don't think the player reacted in time. If he may have been blocked. The player is down. But that was a perfect chance for Newtown to pull one back all inside the box. And the ball just fell nicely for him. At a nice height. Unfortunately, he just didn't pull the trigger in time.
He pulled the trigger, but the guy got in front of him just in time, knocked out the ball, and he kicked the guy's foot. So he's down now, suffering from a bit of pain, but at least the scoreline remained the same.
I think he kicked the foot before the ball was kicked away, but it appears so to me. But anyway, the St. Peter's player is down. But this is really, as we predicted, this was going to be a scintillating game, exciting game, and it really is an exciting game. A game of 2 halves. As I said, Newtown dominated the first half. St. Peter's come out. It was deadlock at 1-1 on the first half. But St. Peter's came out in the second half and completely dominated Newtown. And they have something to show for it. They have a 2-goal advantage and they have a 1-man advantage. And I think Newtown, as I said, they have faced adverse situations in the past 3 games. But I don't think they'll come back from this one at this point.
Oh, you're changing the script, Mr. Watts?
Well, yes, I'm changing my script. It'd be good if Newtown could write the script. But
here they come again. Coverage by Harris. Clearance by Harris. Up to Foy. Foy slides it up to Simmons. Simmons can't control that one. Springer takes over. Newtown look really thin at the back, but at the moment they're pressing forward. They have just a back 3. Here comes Newtown again, pressing forward, going to the right side. David is back there. David leads on the man Warrington, loses out, loses control, loses the ball. Malachi Gomes, Mills, Batiste, beats one man, speeds forward. Clearance from St. Peter's. Tyrrell picks up, Tyrrell goes to Simmons. Simmons trying to get away on a man. Amal Mills gets the better of him. Simmons asking for a sub. Probably injured himself as well because he seemed to be limping. Meanwhile, Newtown trying to go on the left side. Then they come back for help. The player there turning back for help.
Yeah, that's Shamawi Hanley, number 24,
Hanley,
who came on as a substitute.
Gomes. David showing that he can defend, but only as far as Batiste. Batiste over to Mitchum. Mitchum has Foy all over him. And Newtown trying to press forward, but you can see the St. Peter's defense intact. 2 banks of defenders. Forcing Newtown wide. Mitchum very wide now and has 2 men on him. Then they go back, forcing him back. Then into Mitchum again. Mitchum goes forward, finds Hanley. Hanley push wide again. Then they try to go down the left channel. Coverage from St. Peter's. Shielded by St. Peter's. Shepherded by St. Peter's. Now comes the substitute. Simmons been asking for it. I think he did his work and deserves to come off and get a full month's pay. 2 goals from Simmons. Simmons if he injured himself and is limping off. The number 23 is coming in.
Number 23, who is Jaquan Hazel.
Jaquan Hazel, a wide-bodied, kind of big girth kind of guy, a left footer. A strong, stiff left foot. At this stage, they'll probably put him up front just to see if he can latch on to anything.
Well, this has been an inspired contribution from the captain of the St. Peter's team. He really dominated Newtown. If this was the 90s, I would have been sticking to my script with the must win Newtown.
That was
never say lose Newtown.
Yep.
In those days.
we're seeing one of the players sitting in front of us who was part of that championship team.
Derek Ocean Mills.
His son is playing.
Would have been part of the setup along with Kayamba Gomes and Jason Gomes.
Here is Hazel. Getting his first touch. He goes back to Isaac. Isaac over to Warrington. St. Peter's not very interested at this stage in going forward. Possession. Warrington. Then they go forward. A long ball from Harris. Taekwondo Till can get there. Clearance from Thompson.
I think Newtown really lost it at some point. I mean, not only the goals, but they lost it in terms of their mentality. The players are arguing, players losing their temper. And this time, here comes St. Peter's.
Good move from Taekwondo. Slide it inside. Shot on goal was missed. Muffed and missed. Player goes down. Here comes Newtown. Another player goes down. Allows St. Peter's to steal. God takes over. The player's down. God's trying to go forward, but Newtown. Now the play is being stopped by referee. Fires the man. Seems as if he injured himself in trying to execute that shot. The ball was so much under him, couldn't get it off.
Yes, exactly. Well described, Al. The ball was on him. He could not clear his feet in time, and he was not able to generate enough power. Although he got contact with the ball, he wasn't able to generate enough power. But it was a very good pass right across the face of the goal. All he had to do was to place it. Unfortunately, as I said, he just wasn't able to clear his feet enough to generate enough pace on the shot, and he seemed to have hurt himself. Maybe stuck his boot into the ground and seemed to have hurt himself. But it's a great performance from St. Peter. Absolutely great performance. Newtown was all over them in the first half, dominated the first half. St. Peter's got some chances, but Newtown really dominated the first half. St. Peter's got the equalizer in the last minute of the first half, and was able to come out in the second half and completely dominated the game. Good comeback from St. Peter's. They're now leading 3 goals to 1, and looking to get full points from this game.
A bit of confusion as plays restarted. I think he gave a free kick to St. Peter's. They slammed it forward. Here's Hazel intercepting well. Taekwondo Till now in the 9th slot is giving chase. He gives chase again from Mills to Thompson. Thompson gives it up. He's only offside. He should be offside. No. Leads in Isaac. Isaac in the goal. Isaac, his second goal for the night as well. It's now 4-1. The wheels have come off.
Yeah, I mean, it's plain to say that Newtown is completely out of it. Well, it was a beautiful goal. The waves of blue swarming forward. They had 4 players in the attack. The ball was played nicely in behind the Newtown defense. Now the player had to do was get around the goalkeeper, and it was a beautiful finish. Absolutely magnificent finish after a beautiful build-up, Al. The build-up was scintillating. The finish was even more scintillating.
I fully agree with you. And the man who went down seems to be down again. He came on as a substitute. That's Foy. He may have to go off. Twice now he is down.
St. Peter's 4 goals. This Newtown United.
Yes, Newtown is completely out of it. Mentally, they're not in the game right now. They have lost the script. They have lost the shape. They have lost everything right now. And St. Peter's is exploiting the situation.
Here they come again. Isaac. Warrington. Then they go long forward. The young man fouling Warrington, and Warrington arguing and remonstrating. What happened to you, young man?
Well, that was somewhat reckless there, and the St. Peter's player have all rights to complain. That was reckless, very reckless indeed.
Yes, the injured man, Foy, has had to come off.
And St. Peter's is also making a change. Adrian Tobias.
Yeah, that's for Foy, the injured man, Foy.
Good.
Foy, who went on in front of goal.
Yes.
Battling away. Springer. Nice chip ball forward. Intercepted there by James, the number 6. Then he holds. Tracks back into his position. Nice fancy pass from Tyrrell. Not read by Hazel. Hazel. Chips long forward. Harris is there doing covering work. He'll get to the ball first. Knocks it around the player. Then goes forward with it. Keynes tries to intercept, but the ball knocked away by Hazel for St. Peter's.
Newtown should not be too despondent. They had three and a half games, which they dominated. As I said, the previous 3 games.
You counted half in the first half.
Well, the first half, yes, of course. This first half they dominated.
Yeah,
this first half
games, yes.
But came out in the second half and they were completely dominated by St. Peter's.
But here comes St. Peter's intercepting David. A bad pass with precision. Gives it to Batiste. Batiste up to Mitchum. Mitchum miscontrol. David takes over, then goes back to his keeper. One touch, long ball up to the center circle. Only red shirts are there, but then they contrive to give Hazel. Hazel gives it to Tyrrell. Tyrrell goes to the left side. Nice combination play. Isaac can't control. Springer takes over. Springer, Mills, Brown. Brown tries to go to the middle, finds Mitchum. Mitchum finds Lake. Lake shoots at goal, just across the goal mouth. Player can't get there.
Yes, a very good attempt there. The ball was played a bit too wide for Lake and cut down the angle a lot. So by the time Lake was able to get the shot, he pulled it wide of the goalkeeper, wide of the upright. And a chance going a begging there for Newtown. St. Peter's player is down. He's getting back up on his feet now and ready to go back into battle. But they're really enjoying this battle here. Watch a second half from St. Peter's. Oh, that was
late. Wow. Fireworks.
And just look who's over there. Just kids so that just 2 primary school kids are over on that side where that bomb came from.
Fireworks. November fireworks. I don't think those things should be allowed.
I totally agree with you.
Just about 2 minutes left in this game. As you see, looks like the man James also is injured. He's just come back from injury, heading towards the substitution line.
Yes, Newtown really was enjoying themselves. They had 3 good games. They came here tonight. They enjoyed the first half, but the second half, they were nowhere to be found. And I don't think Newtown should be should be disappointed. Well, should be disappointed tonight with tonight's performance, but not despondent. They should be a bit motivated, knowing that they're trying to get into the final. But here comes the shot, a bit wide. They must remind themselves that they're trying to get into the final 6. They have a few more games to go, and they still have a very good chance to get into the final 6.
Yes, they have a very good chance because the other 2 games are teams that are ranked below them. St. Peter's also should be able to get to the final 6. Here comes St. Peter's again. The last time it was 5-1. Can they get the fifth one, or will they stay with 4? Because just about 2 minutes left. Tyrrell back to David. He scored the last game. David tries a shot. It comes off it outside of his boots and goes almost for a throw in. Tobias latching onto it just about the time when the referee blows his whistle. At 4-1.
As I said, this has been a tale of two halves, a game of two halves, with St. Peter's coming out victorious. 4-1.
With that information, we go to Master Control, and then we come back for the post-game wrap. For the entire month of November, Smart Electronics is having the biggest sale on island. 3-in-1. Yes, 3 sales in 1 month. From the 1st to the 26th. And on the 27th is their massive store-wide Black Friday sale. And don't forget, on the 30th is Cyber Monday. You get to take advantage of all. And when I say all, I mean all gadgets and electronics store-wide, including cell phones, tablets, smart TVs, laptops, refrigerators, washing machines, and much more. Don't you miss out on the biggest sale on island. 3-in-1 sale for the entire month of November. Terms and conditions apply. Smart Electronics, where to live a smart life.
Skillex Interactive Voice Response System, a new 24-hour automated call-in service. Access it now at 465-2000 to report faults, receive bill balances, and for the first time ever, you can now make bill payments over the phone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Access it now by calling 465-2000.
It's the new and improved SK Newsline Android mobile app. With the SK Newsline app, you can watch your news reports, the SK Newsline newscast, sports, special features, and so much more. You can also send us a WhatsApp or call us directly. Go in the Google Play Store, search SK Newsline, and download the app today. The SK Newsline mobile app. News on the go.
back! Strictly Sports is back and better than ever! The website that brings you all kind of sports. No rumors, no nigga business, just sports. Log on to www.getstrictlysports.com. That's GETSTRICTLYSPORTS.com and get articles, features, videos, and photos. Local, regional, and international stories. And don't forget to check out our online sports store.
It is little right now, but in time it will get hugely.
And we have lots of room for you advertisers, and advertising is free right now. You heard me right, free. Just call 762-3134 for more information. This is good. This is good. If I miss the game, all I got to do is log on and everything right there. Strictly Sports is back.
Football fans, get ready for football like never before. It's the inaugural Super 6 playoffs featuring the top 6 teams in the SKNFA Premier League doing battle for the Big Cup at the Warner Park Football Stadium starting November 24th. The Super 6 playoffs is the most lucrative sporting event in St. Kitts and Nevis, with the champions winning $50,000. Yes, you heard right, $50,000 for the champions, $500 for man of the match, and over $100,000 in prize money. Fan giveaways and prizes galore. It's the inaugural Super 6 playoffs starting November 24th. Get ready to rumble. Auto Plus Car Wash, located on the Collins Street Gut, Bastille, St. Kitts. Bring your car to Auto Plus Car Wash to remove water stains, wiper marks. Get your doors, roof panel cleaned, seat floor mats, buffing, headlights, and engine wash. You get quality service at the best price at Auto Plus Car Wash. They really care for your car. Call 765-5140 or visit them on the Collins Street Gut, Bastille, St. Kitts. Auto Plus Car Wash, where the service is number one. KVK Enterprises at Boyd's Housing Development, Trinity Parish, St. Kitts. For all your t-shirt printing, banners and signs, promotional products, shipping, motivational speeches, computer classes, agro-processing, art and craft, and desktop publishing. Come to KVK Enterprises at Boyd's Housing Development, Trinity, St. Kitts. Telephone 661-0118 or 765-7270. Email drkrystus@kvklives.com or visit www.kvklives.com. KVK Enterprises.